Good evening. Welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the specific area of advanced and financial management. Chali everyone, let's begin with the session. Everyone, what are we going to do today? Today we are going to talk about the specific area of core banking systems and accounting in computerized environment. But when we talk about the computerized environment, which was definitely earlier not something which was very popular at one point of time, has grown a lot popular in the last few years. Good evening, Ridhika ma'am. Thank you. Over the past few years, I think I would say around the period of the last 10 to 20 years, we had seen the specific shift from manual to the specific area of digital working. In this case, there were so many organizations which came into light, and there were organizations which prepared the specific areas for all these organizations today. है ना? मतलब the basic example that I can give you is when we talk about the specific area of core banking systems. मतलब in a few banks I'd seen they're using the software of banks itself, BANCS, है ना? They've been using banks, they've been using Finacle. There are many other of these. All these things are used by the organizations to have a better working in terms of the core banking solutions. Done. Chale. With this particular thing, they came up with so many things altogether. They have introduced so many other softwares which takes way lesser time than the time which is actually taken by these organizations earlier. Earlier, they were working with a lot of stress, I would say, because manual working was very difficult. But when we talk about this form of working, this is easier. And it required lesser hard work. And now things have definitely changed a lot, and that was for good, even, to be very honest. These organizations have definitely grown due to this specific reason only. है ना? चलिए. Let's talk about this area. In what form are the instructions of a programmer? Ask everyone, programmers give instructions in the hardware components towards the machine parts, paper documents, or computer programs. Basic question. They're always giving questions. They are always giving the information to the computers through the computer programs. Done, everyone? That's one part, computer programs. Next, everyone. Which type of computers are primarily used in accounting? Analog, digital, hybrid, or quantum? Which particular point would you think? There are different computers altogether that started coming up. There are different generations of computer which came up, and in this case, what's gonna be our answer? Everyone? Analog computers, digital computers, or hybrid or quantum? One of these computers which are primarily used were digital. Okay? The ones which actually came up to be used are called digital. Done. What is the key feature of digital computers in accounting? They process the data continuously. They convert data into useful results. They are slower than the analog, or they do not use computer programs. Digital computers are based upon computer programs only. So that's one part that is true. So in this case, I cannot say that D is correct. They are slower than analog. No, analog aren't the ones. They convert data into useful, or they process the data continuously. Till the time you're putting the data, then obviously it will work upon the data. If you don't give it more data, then obviously it cannot work on more data. You know, they are totally dependent on humans. They aren't like they have their own minds. For example, even if you talk about AI is getting the knowledge because you and I are giving knowledge to it. Otherwise, it doesn't have its own intelligence. Don't you think so? That means when we talk about these organizations or any of these things all together, everyone, they are something which are building themselves now. So we are converting it into, they're converting it into useful data. Then, chaliye. Now let's move on to the next question. Chaliye ji, let's look at the specific answer altogether, everyone. When we talk about the specific question itself, na, they convert the data into useful results. Then everyone, correct ma'am, the answer is actually B. Chaliye, then next question. What type of computer combines both the features of digital and analog? There are two different types of these computers, na? Digital and analog. Quantum computers, number one. Second is mainframe computers. Third is hybrid. And the last one is supercomputers. What's going to be the answer, everyone? Quantum, mainframe, hybrid, or super? The main thing that combines with both digital and analog, they are called hybrid. Hybrid means something which is better. ठीक है ना? The correct answer is hybrid computers, everyone. Achha. Let's move on to the next question, everyone. How does the computer accounting compare to manual accounting? वैसे तो I think manual accounting is something which ended long back. Now we are still keeping the documentation in the same format. Overall, it is gone now. Manual accounting is gone now, but basically we are keeping all the information in the manual form because ultimately now these are supporting documents. ठीक है ना? These are supporting documents. These supporting documents could be built up just because we were keeping the digital form as well as this. ठीक है ना? Done. चलिए, now let's move on to the next question. In this case, how does the computer write? Just manual accounting is more accurate. नहीं, computer's accounting is more accurate. The answer is the manual accounting never had that kind of accuracy which computer has. But is computer totally accurate? Completely? Can this happen, everyone? This is one particular thing that can never happen. 100% correct can never be anyone. Right? Even if we are looking at digital or manual. Any of these altogether. Next point. What type of system can a computerized accounting system be? Computer accounting system can be single stand-alone unit, multiple user system, both, or none. So that means if you're looking forward towards these types of things, what's the answer? The correct answer is both. Both A and B. Acha everyone, what is meant by data in the computerized accounting? Only numerical figures or software programs or hardwares, or it is both observations, assumptions as well as occurrences? What is meant by data? Data means any observations, any assumptions or any occurrences. ठीक है? Any of these would do. What makes a processor processing faster in computer accounting compared to manual? What is that specific thing? Use of more personal or automated and built-in error checking mechanisms, manual ledger or handwritten calculations? Easy question, I would say. That's an easy peasy question. Everyone, what's going to be the answer according to you? Let's look at the answer then. Whenever we have these kind of questions, these can be eliminated very easily. That is automated built-in error checking methods. Those are the reasons. Actually, everyone, very important. When we look at the different areas of working now, how do you define the specific area of network which is mentioned and which is talking about interconnecting several computer machines together? Not one, not two, Bluetooth, LAN, USB or DVD. Now there are multiple networks which they are being used. Not one, not two, but many, I would say. Everyone, in banks they do not use the wireless systems, because wireless system would simply mean that there can be any foreign entity which can enter into the organization's database and can cause a lot of problems. So they do not allow utilization of any further or foreign machines or backups or anything of that sort. If you really have to do it, everything has to be within the organization itself. है ना? So in this case, that is through LAN, local area network. Done, Ritika ma'am? Everybody else is there in the class? Today there are many questions which are very easy. Everyone? Now let's look at the next pointer. What must be done on a regular basis to safeguard the specific computerized accounting system, everyone? Purchase new software, or train more staff, or take regular backups, or use more traditional backups? What's going to be the answer according to you? What must be done regularly? Purchase of new software, train more staff, take regular backups, or use more accounting methods. Let's say using more accounting methods is more troublesome. It's more problematic, I would say. Purchasing new softwares? No, you don't really need to keep on buying. But yeah, whatever software that you are currently using, you have to keep on removing bugs out of it. And you have to keep on developing it. Because in the banking era, you don't really take a back step. If you want to take the particular area, training more staff can be helpful in having lesser future incidences. But it does not really work towards safeguarding it. Okay, so then the answer is use of regular backups. Because we are safeguarding the data, we're trying to save the data for the future. So in this case, multiple setups are used, and they specifically use one specific method, everyone. The banks are currently using a specific area where they are talking about centralized servers. They do not believe in having multiple servers. Every specific area, and the information is actually kept in certain way that everybody gets it. ठीक है ना? If there is no proper saving of the data, then anybody can access it from any specific branch, and it can be the accounts can be hacked and can be used in any other manner. So in this case, one part is correct. That is, this is related to the specific area of taking regular backups. Next point, what type of special items might increase the cost of computer accounting compared to traditional methods? Handwritten ledgers, manual invoice books, computer peripherals, and special stationery or traditional filing cabinets. They're all easy questions, everyone. This particular chapter is totally based upon the basics. Lesser number of technical questions are there in this particular topic altogether. So you have more chances of getting more marks. In terms of computers, computer peripherals are very really costly. And that's one specific reason that the organizations are always scared about any of these things getting damaged. Servers and all, they have to keep under a check every single time. The backups are being taken every now and then. Okay, na? Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the specific area of AFM. I hope I'm audible and this particular PPT is absolutely visible to you, everyone. Okay, so let's begin with the specific area all together, everyone. We're looking at bank audit and inspection. So what are we discussing? Bank audit and inspection. We're looking at bank audit. Bank audit means an audit in which we are actually trying to find out whether the banks are providing the details in a proper manner or not. You know, whether the books of accounts of a bank are true or providing true and fair view or not. Isn't it? Done? Chaliye, let's begin with the session, everyone. Which of the following accounting software is known for comprehensive suite of tools designed specifically for enterprise resource? Everyone? What's going to be the answer? In this case, it is for enterprise resource planning. This is ERP, but the ERP is actually a very renowned, it is an extremely renowned accounting software which is used. है ना? QuickBooks, Tally ERP9, SAP, or Infosys Finacle? What's gonna be the answer, everyone? QuickBooks, Tally ERP9, then is SAP or Infosys Finacle. The correct answer to this question would be SAP. So one of the specific accounting softwares which is currently used is SAP. Earlier even ERP9, Tally ERP9 was also used a lot, but this is somehow better than that, I would say. Done. Chali. Now let's look at the next question, everyone. In the context of computerized accounting software, which function is primarily associated with the generating reports on receivables from clients? Maintenance of statutory books, real-time transaction processing, compliance with tax regulations, or management of accounts receivable? Everyone? What's gonna be the answer? In context of computerized accounting, when we are talking about the primary associated with generating reports, they're just looking forward towards association. They are associated with the specific area of generating the reports exclusively. That is for management for accounts receivable. This is specifically covering all this area only. It doesn't cover everything else. Huh? Done. Chaliye then. Let's talk about the next question. Which of the following software solutions is specifically designed for the banking sector and offering core banking functionalities? Microsoft Dynamics, TCS Banks. Next point is QuickBooks or Tally ERP9. Done. That is TCS Banks. Tata Consultancy Services provided this. Okay? Next question. SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics. They are considered leaders in which of the following areas? Small business accounting solutions, cloud payroll services, enterprise resource planning systems, or core banking software? Everyone? What's going to be the answer according to you? Anchi? When we talk about SAP, Oracle, they are all based upon the specific area of exclusively enterprise resource planning. But these are basic super duper, I would say, usage of these things is very, very huge. Okay, so one particular thing which is definitely there is that these SAP is used a lot. Not only SAP, even Oracle has been used a lot in even Microsoft Dynamics. These are the specific areas which are used in ERP. ERP is accounting area. ठीक है ना? They're actually used a lot in terms of the working. Anchi? What is the primary disadvantage, or sorry, advantage of check truncation system? Check truncation system is used a lot, and this is for clearing the checks. Huh? For lower interest rate on loans, it has nothing to do with interest rate. Increased checkbook issuance, faster credit to a customer's account, or enhanced security of online transactions. Everyone? When we talk about the check truncation system, it is used for faster credit into the customer's account, because the check is scanned and it can be credited into our account in a very sweet, I would say, very smooth manner. That is to be covered in this area. Faster credit into the customer's account. Then, what is the primary advantage of CTS, everyone, in clearing the checks? Lower interest rate on loans, increased checkbook issuance, or faster credit in the accounts, which we are done with this. Primary advantage is faster credit. The same question is covered again. Done. Chali. Now let's talk about the next point. Centralized banking system allows banks, uh, centralized banking allows customers to apply for the loans at home branch. Actually, now I can apply at any place that I would want to, है ना? So this part is not true. Access banking services from any branch linked which online, perform transactions only in the bank working hours, or issues checks that are cleared manually. All these things are all done with. Earlier they existed, now these things are actually gone. In actual, now it is access banking services from any branch which is linked online. है ना? That means now this is allowed to do from any branch. Because it's all internet based now. Which of the following is not a core banking component? Core banking financial institutions infrastructure, core banking product build, core banking human resource management, or core banking management information. What's going to be the answer according to everyone? Everyone? When we talk about which is not the core banking component, there are many components which are there, but there is nothing called core banking, human resource management. It is there in terms of multiple things. I can say in terms of financial infrastructure, in terms of product build, yes, it exists. In terms of management information, so obviously, if you can give the information at a faster pace, that is what they cover. Done? Chaliye. Now let's look at the next question. When we talk about this specific area, which core banking component involves handling and processing of payments and transactions? Bank account administration, bank management information, core bank in financial institution infrastructure, or core bank payments, everyone? What's going to be the answer according to you? Chale. Now let's understand. When we talk about the handling and processing, now it is done through core bank payments. चलिए, now let's move on. चलिए जी, let's look at the next question. Which of the following benefits of core banking provides the specific area of product development? Increased manual processing. नहीं, manual processing has decreased rather, है ना? To be very honest. Next point is limited product speed to the market, real time on spot, and then we have manual interest rate calculations. What's gonna be the answer according to you? Everyone? The correct answer is actually speed to the market, real time. Okay? Chaliye, let's move on to the next question. What is the primary function of database layer in the technical architecture? Database layer plays a very important role. Actually, any of these things plays a very important role because they are all covering the specific area of CBS. CBS is core banking solutions when they shifted towards the specific area of online banking. Interface between front end and operating system, then driven by system triggers, parameters, as well as environment settings. Then comes interface to the database using appropriate call levels and language in generating presentation reports. The technical layers basically help us to look forward towards call levels and language. Hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the specific area of accounting and financial management for bankers. Good evening, how are we all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Chaliye ji, let's begin with a very interesting topic that is called derivatives. Everyone, share the session, like the session, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. Today we'll be talking about the basics of derivatives. Pata hai? Derivative is basically what? Derivative is basically an instrument in which you and I can say that there is a underlying security and the value of the instrument varies with the underlying security. If I speculate that the price will go up, you will say the price will go down. But none of us is actually buying it. है ना? But it is considered here. ठीक है? So that is to be covered here. That is, the price of the security is noted there. So when we talk about this now, so in this case, the price of the specific bet, or you can say the speculation which you and I would be making, it is varying when the underlying security changes, but nobody is buying it, nobody is selling it. We are just talking about their pricing. They have a notional asset there. notional principal, notional amounts, which they use. Acha everyone, here comes the question. What is derivative in financial terms? An asset has its own intrinsic value. An instrument whose value is derived from an underlying asset. A financial instrument used exclusively for trading stocks or type of loan given by the banks. One of the strongest points which define a derivative is an underlying asset. So in this case, the point would be B. Then so in this case, the answer should be B. An instrument whose value is derived from an underlying asset. Which of the following is not a characteristic of derivative, everyone? Their value changes in response to the changes in specified underlying asset. They require a significant initial investment compared to the contracts. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता. They have a high leverage and are complex in their pricing and trading mechanisms. Or the last one, that is, they are settled on a future date. That is futures, options, they are all a part of derivatives only. So they are settled at a future date. This is correct. Okay? So in this case, one particular thing is there is they require significant initial investment. ऐसा नहीं होता. This doesn't happen. The scale of your working will define na, how much of maximum and minimum is used. Which of the following is a function of derivative, everyone? Reducing the liquidity of the underlying asset, increasing the volatility of the market, shifting risk from the buyer to the seller, or limiting avenues for raising money. Everyone? Which of the following is a function of derivative? Reducing the liquidity, increasing the volatility. One of their basic functions that they do is Hanchi. Which of the following is a function of derivative? वैसे तो it increases the liquidity, so this is wrong. Reducing the liquidity, increasing the volatility of the market. Yes, it does increase the volatility in the market. Next is shifting risk from the buyer to the seller. वैसे तो it depends upon the CDS. There are different types of derivatives. Credit default derivatives are there in which they actually shift the risk from the buyer to the seller. This happens. Then limiting avenues for raising money, ऐसा नहीं होता. In this case, the correct answer is actually C. ठीक है? What are the two ways of hedging can be done? पता है what is hedging? Hedging is being scared. Everybody gets scared about what? The upcoming losses. That is hedging. पता है hedging is basically being scared about the upcoming losses which can come up for the organization. So what do we do about it, everyone? We create counter contracts. If a sale contract can bring a loss, then having a similar purchase contract can at least save us from the loss. A fixed price and a variable price, this is hedging. Insurance, non-linear and speculation, fixing a price and taking insurance, and then spot transactions and future transactions. Spots and future is basically doing the transaction in certain way where I'm purchasing it right away, and futuristic is basically having a future transaction. Okay. Fixing a price and then taking insurance. This is being protective towards your organization. है ना? This is being protective towards your people, towards your money that you have invested in the specific area. So I think I can say fixing a price and taking insurance can be beneficial. So in this case, the correct answer is C. ठीक है? You fix a price and you take an insurance. That is always going to help you. Next pointer. Who are the traders in the derivative market? And what is their primary goal? Traders in the derivative market. Acha. Individuals are looking forward towards the protection of their assets. Entities seeking to streamline their future cash flows. Participants to enhance their income by two-way prices, or regulators overseeing. Traders. The derivative market is actually reviewed by SEBI and RBI. है ना? They are not there as traders, and they do not trade. They regulate the market. And other participants only individuals. Does this happen? No. Are the parties only entities seeking for streamlining their future cash flows? Nope again. So in this case, what's going to be the answer, everyone? Participants aiming at to their income by providing two-way pricing. That is the point. Okay. Which of the following correctly differentiates between over-the-counter derivatives and exchange-traded? Over-the-counter means you and I are sitting and determining the price and everything else. That is called over-the-counter. Okay? One is over-the-counter and the second one is exchange-traded. This is customized. Over the counter have standardized contract size and maturities. There's no standard. It is customized. The first part is wrong. Exchange traded are directly traded between the two parties without an intermediary. Again wrong. Exchange trade means the exchange is always an intermediary. Over the counter are customized. Trade between two eligible parties. That makes sense. Over the counter do not require margin accounts. They require margin accounts. So the correct answer is actually C. First talks about maturities. Standardization is not done in over the counter. Okay, this is wrong. Everyone, what's going to be the answer? This is the next point. This is forwards. Forwards are futuristic in nature. Futures and forwards both are futuristic. When we talk about the derivatives now, forward derivatives are basically the ones in which we're talking about futuristic vision. Okay, there's a futuristic vision involved in it. That is to be covered here. Everyone, what are the forward contracts? Oh, Hanchi, what are the forward contracts, everyone? What are the forward contracts in the context of derivatives? Standard contracts are traded on the exchange, contracts that involve the purchase or sale, definitive purchases, or option to buy or sell. Forward contracts are futuristic in nature. So in this case, the correct answer is definitive purchases and sales of currency or commodity for a future date, typically an over the counter. Okay, that is the correct answer. What a future contract? An agreement to buy or sell an asset for a certain price at a certain time. An agreement to buy or sell a certain price at a certain time in future. Trade on the counter, exchange, or in purchase or sale, or a customized bilateral agreement to exchange cash flows. Future contracts are based upon what, everyone? The future contracts are based upon they are traded on exchange only, exclusively. They are not traded anywhere else but on exchanges. 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the specific area of accounting and financial management for bankers. How are we doing, everyone? I hope you're all doing fine, and today we are going to talk about derivatives as started in the last class. First of all, everyone, please share the session, like the session, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. A few most important things to be done are these three. Acha, at the same time, everyone, if you're looking forward to watch some important questions for the examination, then hurry up, and under this video itself, there's a specific area of important questions for JIIB where you can find multiple questions of AFM for the examination. So please go ahead and check it out because this will be beneficial as the time is less, and I think you will get enough time if you know what you have to study. Because if you are gonna study haywire, then there's only one issue: from where to start, where to end. That particular thing will always remain unresolved. That's one particular thing even I would agree upon, because I've seen my bankers telling me by the end of the day ki, ma'am, I don't know what should I do now. So for that, this is what I would look forward to, that you should definitely, when you are dealing with these kind of things, you are looking at it in this manner itself. Okay? Chari everyone. Now, let's move on and talk about it. In terms of derivatives, there's something called CDS, credit derivative default swaps. What types of What types of CDS is allowed by RBI in Indian market? Structured, plain vanilla, convertible, and exotic. RBI has allowed plain vanilla. Plain vanilla means when we talk about credit derivative swaps, default swaps, matlab if one particular organization is can default your payments, then you get yourself secure through the CDS. Okay, that is what is called plain vanilla. Okay, this is what RBI has allowed. Who sets the standards credit events for CDS contracts, everyone? Who sets up the standard? RBI, SEBI, ISDA, or the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority? What's going to be the answer according to you? Everyone? What's going to be the answer? RBI, SEBI, NABARD, RBI, SEBI, ISDA, or the last one? Everyone? The correct answer is ISDA. International Swaps and Derivative Association provides all these details. Matlab all the standards are definitely set up by them. Done? How is futures price calculated? How do we calculate the futures price? FP. The futures price is equal to the SP, spot price plus cost minus plus income, or minus cost plus income, or SP plus costs minus income, or both of these are minus. Everyone, what's going to be your answer? Chale, let's look at the answer. The correct answer is you have to add up the costs, and whatever amount you might be recovering from others is going to be 16. Is going to be basically income. Everyone? Chaliye, let's look at the next question. What distinguishes a forward contract from a futures contract? There are two differences overall. One of them is standardized, one of them is non-standardized. One of these is prepared by in a customized manner, the second one isn't. Forward contracts are traded on the exchange. Okay. While futures contracts are traded over the counter. Forward contracts are highly liquid while futures aren't. They are the same. Both of them are. Forward contracts are customized, traded over the counter, while futures are standards and traded on the exchange. Forward contracts are standardized and futures are customized. Everyone, what's going to be the answer? The answer is forward contracts are customized. It is over the counter. The differences there is, one is over the counter, forward is over the counter, while over the counter, while the second one is customized, over the counter and standardized. This is futures. Secondly, these are customized, so they are not traded on exchange. These are traded on exchange. There is a high chance of counterparty risk here. What if the one party doesn't pay? In this case, no counterparty risk because there's a regulatory body always taking care of this case that there is no default. Done. What right does the call option give to the buyer, everyone? Everyone, what right does a call option give to the buyer? Everyone, when we talk about the call option is basically a situation where the company has some rights. What kind of rights do they possess, everyone? A right to sell. They actually take a right to sell the specified quality, or right to buy a specified quality in an underlying asset, the obligation to sell or the obligation to buy. It can never have an obligation to sell or obligation to buy. What's the reason behind it, everyone? Everyone? When we talk about the call option, now it is right to buy. Call is buy. One is call and one is put. Call is buy and put is sell. Done. What right does the put option give to the buyer, everyone? What right does it give? Right to buy, right to sell, or obligation to buy or obligation to sell? So there is never a compulsory thing in these cases, no? Isn't it, everyone? There's no specific obligation. Because obligation would mean that you have to do this. In this case, there is no obligation. There has never been an obligation key that you have to buy or you have to sell. In this case, there is always one particular thing that is definitely there. That is your choice. Whether you want to go for it or not. So in this case, you have been given a right to sell. Done. It's a right to sell a specified amount of underlying asset. Done. Okay, everyone. Next question. What is the forward rate agreement, everyone? How to define an FRA? A forward contract on the price of commodity, a financial contract to exchange interest payments based on the fixed interest rate with payments based on floating rate interest. Okay. Agreement to buy or sell at a specified price, or a swap. Swap is basically an exchange. Huh? Exchange price principal amounts in different currencies. Nahin, this is not going to be the point. Forward rate contracts is where I'm looking forward towards a future based pricing, and I would like to go for it because I know that there are always a chances, there's always a chance कि ठीक है ना, the pricing of the things will vary. So things are going to have a variable price. Why should I go for it? So I would like to reduce that particular point. Everyone? When we define this specific area, forward rate agreements are taken up so that we don't face the problems there, na? That future pricing is not affecting us at all. Isn't it? So in this case, what's going to be the answer? The answer is C. Sorry, B. Huh. We're looking forward towards? Nahin. Forward rate agreement is an agreement to buy or sell. Nahin. It has to be linked with that point. We are not looking forward towards fixed and floating rate. That's a swap. The definitions have been written differently. The correct answer is C in this case, everyone. What is the salient feature of an FRA? FRAs being OTC contracts, over the counter. Everyone? They are highly standardized. They are traded on exchanges. And they can customize to suit the needs of the customer, or they involve high credit risk with the counterparty. When we talk about FRAs, now OTC are over the counter, customized contracts that we create out of it. So in this case, over the counter is actually this only. Done? Everyone, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. Please go ahead and download our app right away, everyone, so that you can get all the details of our courses right away. Okay? Acha, which of the following instruments are eligible as reference deliverable obligations in terms of CDS in India: asset backed securities, convertible bonds, or commercial papers, or bonds with call and put options. Call and put options are related to the specific area of choices now, that whether you should go for it or not, you know. So in this case, it is asset backed securities, convertible bonds, or commercial papers. It's going to be the answer according to everyone. The correct answer is commercial papers. When we talk about the commercial papers, now commercial papers talks about the specific area that that's one of the money market instruments, which is basically when you are taking it from the general public. Okay, but only the big organizations can do this, not the smaller organizations which are not financially very sound. Done. Next, what are the two ways of hedging can be done? Hedging is what? Hedging is basically trying to protect yourself from the world. Fixed and variable pricing, insurance and speculation, fixing a price and taking insurance, or spot transactions and future transactions. What's going to be the answer according to you, everyone? Hedging is to save yourself from the hedging is done to save yourself from the specific area of speculation, increase in price or decrease in price. है ना? This can really affect the business. Done? Done? What's going to be the answer according to you, everyone? Let's look at the answer. In this case, when we talk about the hedging can be of the following two types. Number one, fixing a linear and taking insurance. Because hedging is basically trying to save you from the worst scenario. What if the price goes up? What if the price goes down? Everyone? है ना? Done? Who are the traders in terms of the derivative markets? What is their primary goal? Traders are the people who are investing their bonds into it, and their primary goal is to make money out of it. Whenever there are changes in the market, then we would definitely want it. Everyone? The correct answer is participants who wants to have their income in two-way pricing. Increase, decreasing, everything can be taken up now. Everyone? Next question. Which of the following is differentiating the specific area? Differentiates over-the-counter derivatives from exchange-traded derivatives. Everyone? OTC counter have standardized contract sizes? Or matures? Then exchange-traded derivatives are traded directly between two parties without any intermediary? Over-the-counter are customized contracts traded between two eligible parties. While when we talk about exchange traded derivatives, do not require margins. Exchange traded definitely requires it. है ना? OTC can be specified only in one case. OTs are customized contracts which are traded to eligible parties. Done? Chaliye. Done, everyone. I hope this particular session was helpful. We have done a lot of questions today. Everyone, if you haven't taken up our courses, and hurry up right away, take up our courses. All the courses are available at a nominal price. And at the same time, I think just the last week, last a few days are left. From 8th, your examination is starting. So I think what you can do is, if you haven't taken up the courses, and take up the revision batches. Revision batches for all the subjects so that you don't face a problem. In terms of revision batches for JAIIB, we have come up with. So what you need to do is you just have to click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541. Use the code Y541 and apply it. As soon as you will apply it, you will get it for 2000 rupees. 2000 rupees, and all the 4 subjects English medium are covered here, and that too along with this, see, 120 hours of live classes, test series and ebooks are all available. So if you are planning, then please do not delay, get enrolled in this so that you can join the classes for the last week preparation for each and every subject. You have 4 subjects, that means you should dedicate 4 complete weeks towards the examination, and preferably if you have done it already, then it is more beneficial for you, so that you can go for the class and become more efficient in your studies. Chaliye, thank you so much for being there, everyone. I'll be meeting you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.